yoga blocks here also that are kind of lighter, but sometimes it's nice. Yes, yes, and that's great. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's nice, even if you don't want to do something weighted, it's nice to be holding on to something because it gives your hands biofeedback while you're doing a certain moment. So it's almost a form of what we call a closed chain exercise. It just is giving a little bit more information to your brain to tell your limbs are where they are in time and space. So even if you're not doing weighted, sometimes it's nice. That's why I've got like a rolled up pair of socks to be doing some of that movement with. So again, totally up to you, just options for you there. And if you've just been joining us in the last few minutes, as always, make sure you've got a safe space around you that's about arm's length out from you. Okay, great. We'll get going in just 2 or 3 minutes here. Yeah, good, good. I see people making sure they're not going to be hitting no sharp edges, no dogs or open cups of water. And if you've got any questions so far, feel free to unmute yourself or to type into the chat, and I'll be able to answer your question. All right, hi, welcome everybody, welcome, welcome. My name's Rachel, for those of you who don't know me. We'll just give people joining maybe 1 more minute here. All right. All right, I'm gonna grab my watch. All righty. So we'll get started. Hi, welcome, welcome. All right, let me make sure. So I'm gonna mute everyone who isn't muted already. Okay, if you have any questions, go ahead and unmute yourself or feel free to type into the chat below. Okay, let me get this going. Great. Okay, so hi, welcome everybody. My name's Rachel. We're gonna be doing a functional strength training class today, just as we did last week. If you weren't with us last week, welcome. So just a few things before we get going, more so for safety purposes. So just making sure you've got an arm's distance around you, low and high, so no open glasses or sharp corners around you. Yeah, the only equipment that you're gonna need today, if you would like, is some kind of a weight. So options for a dumbbell, for a can of soup. I've got even a rolled up pair of socks. As I was saying just a few minutes ago, it's nice, even if you don't want to do something weighted, to just be holding something so our brain is getting a little bit more feedback. I've got a yoga block. And for those of you looking for stuff that's a little bit heavier, a big thing of laundry detergent and or a backpack. Okay, by the way, this backpack is stuffed with a pillow. So if I do stuff with the backpack, don't be too impressed. Okay, okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, so just a couple of things. So I'm gonna be giving a lot of modifications. Okay, I'm gonna be giving a lot of modifications for these exercise, even within my standing and my seated athletes. But whether you are standing or seated, please only do these exercises or the modifications or progressions of these exercises if they are safe for you. So we're kind of assuming you've checked in with your doctor, and whatever form or progression of the exercise that we're doing, just make sure it's safe for you and your prior or your current injuries or whatever it is that you have going on. Okay. Yeah, so again, I've muted everybody. If you have a question, go ahead and type type down in the chat, or you can unmute yourself. And I think we are good to go. Awesome. All right, so we're gonna start with a body scan. I'm gonna do this in a seated position, but you can do this in a seated or a standing position here. Okay, so I want you to find, if you're in a seated position, I want you to find a nice and tall seated position. And if you're standing, that's fine too. And if it feels comfortable for you, I just want you to close your eyes. And I want you to drop into your body a little bit more right now. I want you to first notice where your breath is going. So remember, we're not judging anything today. We're just noticing. Am I breathing in my neck? Am I breathing into my chest? Or am I breathing into my low belly? And with each inhale and exhale, you're just observing where your breath is going. You're trying to slow that breath down, and you're just observing. And wherever that breath is, can we sink that breath a little bit lower? Can we try to aim that breath for your low belly? When I do this one, I like to put both hands on my low belly so that during my inhale, I can feel my hands push out. And during my exhale, I can feel my hands kind of draw back in towards my spine. And you're noticing where you're holding tension in your body right now. What feels sticky to you? What feels pretty good right now? And what feels quiet? What isn't speaking to you very much? Okay, so you're just taking note of how your body is feeling, what sensations might be coming up for you. This is a really good body scan drop-in when you're feeling stress, when the world is getting crazy. This is always a good place to come back to. Let's take one more inhale, one more exhale, and we'll open the eyes. I'm just going to give you one reminder here. If you haven't already, go ahead and set me so that I'm at your, so that top right corner of your screen, it says speaker view, so that I take up your full screen. Yeah, so that you can see me really big. And if for some reason, let's see, if for some reason I'm still not big on your screen, you can go to my photo and you see those three little dots and you can say pin video, and then I'll be really big on your screen. Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so we're gonna start with some neck stretches here. So I'm gonna have hands just down on the outside of your chair or by your lap, and if you're standing, you can just stay as you are. And you're gonna traction, so I'm trying to reach towards the floor with my right hand here. I'm reaching, and I'm tilting my head over to the left. And I'm trying to open up that side of the neck. I'm gonna breathe into that. And then I'm gonna look down at my armpit. And now I'm feeling that stretch more in the back of my neck. And remember, with this other hand, I'm reaching for the earth, really reaching. Come back to the center. Reach down through your left arm, reach for the ground, try and touch the ground. Turn your neck to the right. Make sure you're still seated or standing nice and tall. Take a sec, breathe. Turn and look down at your armpit like you're trying to sniff your armpit. Hold right there. And then back to the center. Okay, I want you to look up now. And I want you to let yourself have slack jaw. I want your jaw to be open. Release that tension in your jaw and your neck. And if you're even feeling a little wild today, let your tongue hang out like a dog. And then I want you to look down at your belly. Look up. Let your jaw go slack. Let this tension release. And then look down. Good, I'm gonna change it now. Look up. Now I want you to pull your jaw forward like I'm trying to create an underbite. sliding my jaw forward as I look up. I want your eyes to look up as far back behind you as you can, and then look down. Same thing, look up, slide your jaw forward, create an underbite. Hopefully you feel that stretch through the neck, and then look down. And one more time, look up, slide the jaw forward. We're warming up some of these, we're stimulating some of our cranial nerves right now by playing with our tongue and our eyes. That's why I have you doing this, and then look down. Good. Last thing, you're gonna roll your head in as big of a circle as you can, and I want you to bring your eyes with you. Bring your eyes with you the whole time. We're now playing with your vestibular system a little bit, which is your it's in your inner ear, and it helps with your balance. If you get dizzy, stop. And then we're going to switch directions. As little kids, maybe you were one of those little kids who like to spin and roll around all the time, and we lose that as an adult, but it's really good to still keep our vestibular and our visual system working strong for us here. Good, and back to the center. Great, we're gonna do some of that spinal flexion and extension. So seated or standing, you can do all of this standing. I'm gonna have you rock your pelvis back and tuck your tail under, and then lift and get tall and stick the tail out behind you. Tuck the tail under, and then stick that tail behind you. Tuck under, and then lift behind you. And if you're standing, it's the same movement, tucking and then lifting. Tuck and lift. Can we exhale to tuck and inhale to lift? Exhale, inhale. Just do one more. Exhale and inhale. Good. Coming back to the center. We're going to bring that into a side bend. So arm can come up if you have that capacity. Otherwise, the arm can just be on the chest. We're taking a nice side bend over. I want you to inhale into the open ribs and exhale to center. Arm goes up. First we go up, we reach as high as we can. Then we tip over, breathe into the open ribs, and then center. Yep, other hand, reach up, tip over, and center. Let's bring the breath in. Inhale to reach up and over. Exhale to center. Inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, center, get small. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, center, get small. If you're standing, you're coming into a squat. And inhale over. Exhale, get small. Inhale over. Just as another gentle reminder here, if I'm going too fast or too slow for you during this workout, please feel free to move at your own pace. Moving at your own pace might mean you go much slower, or it might mean you go much faster. I'm going to kind of stay in the middle of the road here, but I want you to push yourself if you want to push yourself, and back off when you need to back off, okay? Just a general rule for this workout and the workouts moving forward. Okay, coming to rotation. So hands come to the center, hands are touching. Yeah, we're gonna slide this arm, let's go right arm across your body. Yes, I want you to slide it across your body. And I want you to look with your eyes, your head, your neck, your ribs, your chest, as far to your right as you can behind you, and then slide your way back to the center. And then the other side, sliding along this arm, opening up, eyes, head, neck, chest, and sliding back. Open and rotate. Inhale, exhale to close. Inhale to open. Can you reach a little bit further? And exhale in. Strain your eyes here. I want your actual eyeballs to be working here. So I want them turning with you. And you're just moving at your own pace. I'm going to watch some of you here. Yep. Bringing your head and your neck with you to as far as your ability as you can. Yeah, that looks really nice. That looks really nice. Okay. Good, come back to the center. Just one more warm-up thing here. We're gonna tap our body. So we're gonna start on our shoulder. Let's start just on one side. It doesn't matter which arm you're doing. You're gonna tap all the way down and then flip to your palm and come back up. Tap down the outside of your arm and the back of your arm by your elbow on your pinky side, and then tap from the palm to the forearm and up. Do that one more time. Tap, 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 tap. We are increasing your sensory input, your sensory awareness here. Okay, just pause for a sec. Do you notice a difference between the two sides? Okay, hopefully the answer is yes. Even no matter where it is you're feeling that increased sensation, self-touch increases our proprioception. Okay, we're gonna switch sides. Let's make those sides match. We're gonna tap down arm and then up the inside. Down the outside. We're just following the meridians here. That's why I have you going in this direction. Last time, down the outside and up. Yeah, and then sit with that. Notice the difference. Good. We're gonna tap the chest. We're gonna tap the belly, just lightly on the belly, the rib cage. Lean forward if you can, tap your back. Yep, going down your legs. And then up the inside of your legs. And again, going down your legs. If you're standing, you're doing the same thing. Up the inside of your legs. Last one, going down. And then up. And then one more time, just sit with that for a second. Okay? Hopefully there's kind of a buzz and aliveness in your body. That's what we're going for. Okay. So let's get started with the workout here. So to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so we're gonna start with alternating between what we call I's, T's, and Y's, and planks. Okay, so I'll show you these variations. Let's see, I'm gonna show you with soup cans. You can do this weighted or not, okay? So you're gonna, if you can, you're gonna lean forward in your chair. If you need to add a pillow, so this is for my seated athletes. If you need to add a pillow or a cushion or something when you lean forward, you can do that too, okay? For the I's, I want those arms to stay close to you. If that's kind of hard to keep the arms straight, we're just gonna do this with bent arms. So you're either doing a straight arm pull back towards the wall, or you're doing a row, okay? That's your I. Your T is gonna come out so that your arms kind of come out into this, to a capital T. This is working your entire back side, upper shoulders, mid back, and low back. Those are your T's. Your Y's, you're still in this lean forward position, are going overhead like this. I'll show you this view, going overhead more like this. Weighted or not, with a pillow or not, it's up to you. If you're a standing athlete, if you're a standing athlete, you're gonna do the same thing, but you're gonna be in this hip hinge position. Your pelvis and your spine is neutral, meaning it's flat. These are what your T's are, same thing, these are your I's. Okay, we got it? Okay, so I'm gonna time us here. We're gonna go a few minutes for the I's, the T's, and the Y's. Okay, so I, T, Y, cycle back through. Practice with me, just do a practice round with me. T and then Y, seated or standing. Okay, and then we're gonna alter, so you're gonna do 1 minute of that, I'll be the timer, and then you're gonna do 1 minute of a plank. If you're a standing athlete, the plank is just gonna be a normal plank. You can do it from your knees, you can even hold a quadruped position if that's easier for you, okay? So you've got a few options there. If you're a seated athlete, your plank is gonna be preferably with a weight, if that's accessible. If it's not, don't worry about it. You're holding this out in front of you. Notice the position I'm in right here is the same thing as this, right? So we're just mirroring each other. So we're holding that weight out. We're trying to lift the chest to stay as tall as we can, and we're trying to keep those arms as straight as we can. okay? We're gonna go a minute back and forth between the two. 1 minute of I's, T's, Y's, 1 minute of the plank. 1 minute I's, T's, Y's, 1 minute plank, okay? Gonna make sure, okay, there aren't any questions here, just checking in, awesome. Put this on gallery view. Okay, great, so, get my handy dandy timer here. Okay, so when you're ready, we're starting with our I's, T's, Y's. Ready, set, go. I, and then T, and then Y. I, T, and Y. Seated or standing, weighted or not. T, and Y. I care more about your form than I do your speed, okay? So if you start to notice your form is not great, slow down or drop your weights. I care more about form. That's really, really important. I would rather you do these right. Yep. You're 40 seconds in. Show you the standing version. Yeah, that's great, everybody. I's, T's, and Y's. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. Okay, so if you're a standing athlete and you need to come down to the floor for your plank, go ahead and get ready. If you're a seated athlete, you've got your weight or not, ready, set, go. And hold that weight. Hold tall. If you want to make it harder, you can bring that weight to about eye level and hold. Yeah. The thing I want you focused on, if you're seated, is where your chest is and how tall you are. If you feel like that's not hard enough, maybe we add more weight. You're 30 seconds in. If you're holding that plank, you're still holding that really beautiful plank. Just gonna see what nice variations we have. Yeah, you've got 20 seconds left. I see some of you doing some really good plank versions. If you want to make the plank version harder on the floor, start lifting up your feet. Right leg lifts off the floor and left leg lifts. Right leg lifts and left leg lifts. That's optional. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. Coming right back to I's, T's, Y's. Are we ready? And go. I's, T's, and Y's. So I want you to make this hard enough for yourself. We're at the end of 1 minute. You're saying, thank God that minute is over, okay? If you're not saying, thank God that minute is over, increase your weight or your angle or however, your modification, whatever it is that you're doing. That looks super good, everybody. Yeah, keep going. We're 40 seconds in. Just making sure people are doing okay. If you're not leaning forward, I want you to pick your head up. I see some drooping heads here. Yes, better, better. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. Coming back to a plank. I don't think I said this, but we're just doing 3 rounds of this. Yeah, okay. You pause that. Coming back, getting your plank position ready, whatever that looks like for you, and go. And hold. For those of you sitting, if you want to make it harder, we can straighten the arms out more, we can add more weight, or we can even try and do that maybe single arm. Holding with one side and then the other side. Yep. You're 25 seconds in. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Really nice, everybody. Yep. You have about 20 seconds left. Remember, I care more about form, so take a break if you have to, but otherwise hold. You have 10 seconds left. Breathe. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. We have one more round of both of those. Going back to I's, T's, Y's. When you're ready, and go. Remember, when you're doing the I's, T's, Y's, we're really trying to target your back here. So no shoulders up in the ears. Try to keep those shoulders down and try to target that mid-back area. You're 30 seconds in. The street cleaner's going by, so if that's loud, I apologize. 15 seconds left. Keep that head aligned with your spine for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. You have one more round of planks, okay? Are we good? Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1, and go. My watch just died, so I'm gonna pull my timer up here. Yep. Holding that weight out in front of you. If you're holding that weight out in front of you, can you reach it forward a little bit more? And can you get tall from the crown of your head up towards the sky? Yes. And if you're doing a plank on the floor, are our glutes engaged? Yep, no drooping hips. We can add in the alternating legs or arms. You have 25 seconds left. 25 seconds left, you're doing great. I always forget to start the music. I promise I'll start it on the next round. You have 10 seconds. Yep, hold it, hold it, hold it. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Awesome. Awesome. Really good work, everybody. Grab some water if you need. We're going to move into kind of more of the core part of our workout here. That was technically your warm-up. Okay. How's everyone doing? Can I just get a thumbs up? Is everyone doing good? Okay. Yes. I'm going to start the music.
Battery 40%.
While you grab some water here.
Okay, and iPhone.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Is this being recorded so we can have a copy of it after?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be sent to you.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. And we do this every Tuesday, but it will also be sent to you if you want to do it other days.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I see someone just going to grab some water. Go and grab some water. The only thing you're going to still, again, for this next round, all you're going to need is weights. So you're good there. I'm going to get this music going again. Okay. We'll see if that is good there. If this gets too loud at any point, holler at me or type in the chat. Okay. Okay, sorry, just setting up my watch died, so I'm having to get my other timer set up here. Okay, great. Okay. So we have 3 exercises for this next piece. I'm gonna turn the music down just a little bit here. Okay, the first one is going to be just a seated, so for my seated athletes, just a seated hinge. Oh, I'm sorry, let me grab my soup cans. Weighted if you can. A seated hinge just like this, okay? So again, we're targeting the back more for this first exercise. Up and down, trying to keep that spine as flat as you can. Down and up. Okay, I'm gonna keep that first one simple and then we're gonna layer on with that. So I want this to be, if you're able to, wait a little bit more. But remember, form is what I care about the most. Okay, for my standing athletes, it's gonna be a single leg hip hinge, weighted or not. So you can do, I'm gonna give you the options. You can do double leg, a double leg hip hinge, down and up. Notice how I'm in neutral pelvis, neutral back, okay? Or we can go single leg hip hinge, down and up, okay? You can also do this on a countertop. I'm gonna use my piano here. You can do this on a countertop. You can still do single leg. You can still have one weight in your hand. All those options are up to you. Double leg or single leg, or seated with weights, okay? If you're in a kneeling position, or if you're on the floor, if you're seated on the floor, you're doing the same thing. Your weights can either be tucked into your chest, or they can be behind you, okay? If you're kneeling, it's the same thing, same movement for all of these. Great. The second exercise, so we're gonna have 3 exercises in this series. The second one is a squat to press. Grab my yoga blocks for this one. So for my standing athletes, it's gonna look like you have the weights here, squatting down. Oh, let me back up a little bit. Squatting down and then pressing up. Squatting down, pressing up, okay? I'm reaching my hips behind me. I'm keeping a neutral pelvis and neutral spine as always when we're doing those squatting motions, okay? Weighted or not. For my seated athletes, it's gonna be a curl to press. So you're seated, you're gonna curl up and overhead press. Curl up and overhead press. Awesome, okay? And for the third exercise, it's gonna be something that gets your heart rate up a little bit more. So let's see, for my seated athletes, it's going to be a reach across your body as if you were reaching for something up on a shelf at an angle and reach, okay? The goal here is to make this really fast, like I'm grabbing that can of soup as quick as I can. Not punching, but grabbing and pull, grab, pull, okay? And you're doing that as quick as you can for my seated athletes. For my standing athletes, we're gonna do high knees. You have 2 options here. So you can do something that looks like this, like you're running in place. This is what I call high knees. Or if you have like a water bottle or a pillow or a yoga block, you can even do taps up onto that. You can slow that down if you want and just do taps like this. Okay, so you're either doing a reach across as fast as you can, or you're doing the high knees. Okay, so the format, so to remind you, to run through that again, is, sorry, I'm seeing some questions here. Let's see, is reaching weighted? Yes, any of this can be weighted. I kind of like to do the reaching without weights so I can go faster, but you can definitely weight the reaching. Up to you. Yeah. For the, let's see, yes, for those who can't bend over, we're gonna be doing walkout. So for those in a seated position that can't bend over, you're gonna be using your hands on your lap to walk out and using your hands on your lap to come back upright. And if you're seated on the ground, it's the same thing. Using your hands to help you up, using your hands to help you down. These are great questions. Okay, I'm just making sure I got everyone's questions. Okay, if you have any more questions, either unmute yourself now or go ahead and type into that chat. get yourself set up, and I'm just gonna run through this again. We have the hinges, the seated or the standing hinges. That's your first exercise. Your second exercise is your overhead press. I'm gonna be doing these with you the whole time, so don't worry about remembering. The overhead press or the squat to press, okay? Your third exercise is high knees or your cross lateral reaches. High reaches, high reaches. Okay, we're gonna keep this simple because I'm gonna stay with you. A minute of each one, so I'll be talking you through as we transition. And we're gonna do 5 rounds. Let's see. No, that'll put us over. We're gonna do 4 rounds, okay? 4 rounds of this. By the way, I'm working on getting a whiteboard where you'll be able to physically see this. It's on my to-do list. I just need to hunt one down from my friends. Yeah, because I know that visually will be really helpful. So I'm working on that. So for right now, I'm just gonna walk you through it verbally. Okay, cool. Are we ready? So we're starting with either hip hinge, standing hip hinges, double leg or single leg, or a seated hip hinge with weights if you can, okay? So when we're ready, my timer, my weights, okay, here we go. Challenging yourself, so this makes it a 12-minute set. 12-minute set, so push yourself for these 12 minutes. Ready, set, go. So we're just doing either a seated hinge like this. Weight yourself as much as you need to make this challenging for a minute. It's the same thing. At the end of the minute, I want you to think, gosh, I'm glad that minute is over. Okay? Yeah. And if you're standing, you're doing a double leg hip hinge. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can do a single leg hip hinge. Flat back, keeping everything neutral. You have 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. For 3, 2, 1, and stop. Awesome. We're going right into the overhead press. Squat to overhead press or curl to overhead press. Ready, set, go. Curl and press. Curl and press. Add a squat in if you're standing. Weight this if you'd like. I want you to be glad this minute is over, so make it hard for a minute. Yeah, awesome. I'm just gonna watch everybody. That looks so good. Yes. Turn the music up a little bit. You have about 20 seconds left. Yep. Can we be mindful of the shoulders? Yeah. So not here, but here, if that's accessible to you. And if you're adding that squat in, you can even have a chair behind you if you're adding that squat in to make you feel a little bit safer. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Good. Take a quick breather here. Next one is high knees. Okay, so if you're standing, it looks like this. And if you're seated, you're doing the cross reaches. Ready, go. Reaching high and across your body. High and across your body. If you're seated and you want more of a challenge, scoot forward out of your chair so you're trying to balance more. Okay, that's an added challenge if you are seated and if you want it. You have 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left, everyone. If you live in an apartment, apologize to the people underneath you. Keep going, 15 seconds. Keep going, keep going. Yep, 3, 2, 1, and relax. There we go. Okay, great. Okay, that's 1 round. We have 3 more. Going back to the hinges. Ready, set, go. Remember, you're weighting yourself as much as you can, where this is going to be a challenge for you at the end of the minute. If you want to make this harder, you can hold the arms out as you hinge down. If you're standing, if you're kneeling. Really good, everybody. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Keep that breathing consistent and smooth. It will help you. You have 5 seconds left. Yep, and stop. Great. Going right into your overhead press, right into it here. Right into it. We're not going to take breaks anymore. I just wanted to give you that first round. Yep.
I know you want to right thing. Do you think that you could catch me? I'm giving you that rich thing.
There we go. You can add that squat in if you'd like. You can have the chair behind you.
You know I like it fast too. It's all about us, babe.
Curl and press. Curl and press. Keep a nice even breath through this one. You have 15 seconds. Yep. Really good, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Going to high knees or your cross reaches. Remember, you're pulling you're in a baking show and you're trying to pull those soup cans down as quick as you can. Yep. If you're a standing athlete, you're doing the high knees. Keep moving, keep moving. You're about 5.5 minutes in. You have about 5.5 minutes to go. Yes. Yes, good, good. I see some little ones in the background. Keep going. You have 20 seconds. Just making sure I don't have any questions. Yeah, really good. Fast reaches, fast reaches. Can you go faster? For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Awesome. Back to hinges. Ready, go. Seated hinges with the weight. You can hold the arms out if you'd like. Double leg hinges. Remember to keep that back flat. Or single leg hinges. Yep. Keep moving, keep moving. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. 15 seconds. Yep. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Curl to press. Curl to press. Yes. Yeah. Notice, and this will probably happen naturally for both of you, that I curl up, but as I press, my palms face forward. I curl with my palms forward, and as I press, my palms stay forward. Yeah. If that's accessible for you, let's try and stay with that rhythm for today. Just be mindful of where your shoulders are here. If you're a standing athlete, let's see, where are we? We'll add that squat in and that press at the top. Squat and press. Squat and press. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going right to your cross reaches. Yeah, or your high knees. Keep moving. You only have one more round after this. One more round after this. High knees or cross reaches. Yeah, if you're seated on the ground, you can do that too. Reminder here to move at your own pace. If you're feeling something that doesn't feel good for you, take a break. Yeah, awesome. If you want to go faster, go faster. I love it. I love it. Eyes are forward. Eyes are forward. For 3, 2, 1. This is our last round. Hinges. Hinges. Seated or standing. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Yeah. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Your head stays with your spine. So I'm not letting my head droop. Head stays with the spine. I'm a stickler when it comes to form. Just ask Cynthia. There we go. You've got your weights. You've got 20 seconds. 20 seconds, everyone. Yep. This is the last one of these. 3, 2, 1. Curl to press. Curl to press. We're almost done. Last 3 minutes. Last 2 minutes here. Curl to press. Add in the squat. If you can. Yeah. If you can, get those elbows straight at the top. And those elbows straight. Reach and reach. Yep. Keep going. Keep going. Where are we? You're about halfway. We're gonna go a couple minutes over 2:45. If you need to leave, you can leave, but we're almost done. 10 seconds. Yep, try to keep that chest lifted. Your whole spine stays neutral and lifted. Very steady. 3, 2, 1. Last round, high knees or cross reaches. High knees or cross reaches. Get that ribs, get those ribs and that chest moving. Really reach across you. Yeah. And if you're doing high knees, we get those knees up a little bit more. Little bit more. I love it. I love it. Can we pick up the pace? This is your last 30 seconds here. Last 30 seconds. Really good, everyone. 15 seconds. You're on the home stretch here. Home stretch. 5, 4. Keep going, keep going, keep going. 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, well, I'm a little out of breath. I don't know about anybody else. Okay, go ahead and grab some water. We're gonna finish, again, if you have to leave, I totally understand. It looks like it's 2:46 right now. We're just gonna finish with a short cool down and a little bit of a body scan. Yeah, I see some heavy breathing. I love it. Okay, let me stop this here. Okay, so seated or standing. Go ahead and drop back into your breath again. We're letting everything kind of slow and settle down. We're going to reach that left arm up and over, breathing into the open side, and then switch up, over, breathe. Yeah, that arm can be tucked into the chest. Reach or hand into the chest, whatever is easier for you. One more, up and over. Okay, arms come out to the side, rotate to your right, look behind you, and then to your left. And I want this one to feel a little bit more flowy than the beginning of class, as if you were just kind of almost floating in the wind here, one way and then the other. And then we're going to bring that into a backstroke, to a nice slow motion backstroke. Yep. And then you're going to take your hands and clasp them if you can. Show me your palms. You can also just do that without interlacing. Reach forward, round your upper back. Reach forward, bury your head between your arms. Breathe into your upper back. And then open the chest up towards the sky. Pull the arms back behind you. Arms come together, interlace the fingers, reach forward. Breathe into your upper back. Open the arms, lift your chest towards the sky. Last one, interlace the fingers, reach forward. Open and lift towards the sky. Really nice. We'll come to that body scan that we started the class with. So come to a seated or a standing position. We'll close the eyes if that feels right for you. And I just want you to notice if anything changed in your body from the beginning to the end of class. Did any sensations change? How do your sticky spots feel that you maybe noted in the beginning of class? How is your overall tension and relaxation in your body? If you can feel your feet or if you can feel your sit bones, how do those feel grounded into the earth? If you can feel your shoulders and your neck and your head, how do those feel reaching up towards the sky? Drop your breath a little bit lower. I want you to think of one thing you're grateful for today. We'll take one more inhale, one more exhale, and we'll open the eyes. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna unmute you all. Yeah.
All right, that was nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kind of get used to it a little bit. That was good.
Thank you.
Rachel.
Thank you.
That's great.
Awesome, awesome. If you have any questions or if you want to chat, you can stick around. Otherwise, I understand if you